Greetings everyone, and welcome to this channel's first ever voiceover video. Yay! Today we're going to talk about some voice actors' hot take regarding anime piracy, and why did I make this video instead of my supposedly debut voiceover vid about why Gundam Seed is my favorite Gundam series. Now, to be perfectly clear, I don't care about this person, nor I promote piracy. It is illegal after all. But the delivery of the tweet just sounded so narrow-minded and rude, especially if that person at least thought that majority of the people who patronize pirating were from third world countries which could not get some anime that easily because of circumstances and culture. And with that out of the way, let's tear this tweet anew, shall we? With the takedown of both Kiss Anime and Kiss Manga, after almost a decade of being online, the talk about anime piracy has resurfaced. Some were sympathetic, others were critical. Whatever the case, this should have been the perfect time for both Crunchyroll and Funimation to make profit, right? Well, as I see on the current state of things, I don't think so. Normally, I don't visit Twitter or any news sites because I just don't care at all. I only want to watch anime, legally if possible. But when I saw this tweet from Facebook shares and YouTube anime news channels, it further reinforced the idea to me that these people just hate their consumers so much.
If you're pirating anime, please stop. Your excuses are invalid. Please learn the concept of then you don't get to have it. You are not entitled to consume it merely because it exists and is out of your reach. That's some colonizer bullshit.
Let me focus on the phrase that this person said in the end. Colonizers, eh? To be honest with you, this cracked me up the first time because I live in a country which was colonized 3 times. Take a guess. Now, for the take itself, I seriously think it's not solely an entitlement issue. Yes, you can say that watching anime outside Japan is a luxury, but that way of thinking is about as old as I have walked on this earth, which is about 20. With today's innovation, and a lot of different ways to spread media, as long as one can access the internet, legally streaming anime to a wider audience is possible. Without further ado, I'll just proceed and tackle her arguments one by one. My only question for this point is, did this person seriously think before posting this? Yes, some places have restrictions on some forms of media, but did this person accounted every reason as to why this is so? Some countries like Indonesia outright restrict stuff like anime, a reason that's out of the average people's control. Now, you can argue to just use VPN, but that's not an option to some, an issue which we'll tackle later. First, wrong choice of format. Second, so this one doesn't believe that media could be stored for long periods of time. We'll just leave those old classics behind after their lifespan's done, right? That sounds too cruel, especially if I'm going to say it to the anime creators who worked hard to make these shows for our entertainment and for the future generation that would not know about these great classics. This phrase just made anime shows and other classic media look like disposable goods that is to be thrown away when done. Believe it or not, some history is preserved through underhanded tactics. This person really did not even consider the age demographic of their supposed customers. As I said, those who tend to patronize pirating are from third world countries which has difficulty watching it legally. From kids in high school and college, I think. Most parents in these countries are very conservative about pretty much anything, especially money. And in this day and age where prices are continuing to go up, they're becoming more and more strict at what they give to their children as allowances. Now, $10 might sound cheap to you over there, but in countries like mine, every cent counts. These kids barely rest with their schoolwork, and their funds are just enough for them to survive for a week. Then someone will say that if you can't afford shit, you're not meant to enjoy shit? Too cruel, isn't it?
アキくんの枕の下に入れておきました。
画像だけ?
どうで?
The argument in point number 3 is applicable here. Then, when you live in countries where anime is banned or restricted, additional payment for a VPN service is also thrown out of the rug. Plus, with that way of thinking, that person is basically turning away potential customers. Imagine spitting on a poor person's face, then trying to advertise your service to them instead of offering any alternatives. Most people, including me, have no problems with ads. After all, we all know that ads makes sharing content possible. What we don't like is that ads are prioritized over the actual content. Like, the quality of these ads are 10 times better than the anime itself. I will prefer TV ads over this, to be honest. At least ads on TV is the same quality as the shows themselves. Well, people will pay you if you just improve your services. Is it really that hard to understand? Also, they prefer buying merch because at least they know that the proceeds will go directly to the creators themselves. Now this one's the straw that broke the steel beams, and these same people dares to accuse us of cultural appropriation. Their only job is to translate for an average Westerner to understand Japanese. That's it. This is also why fandoms are preferred, because at least they go the extra mile to give context to the Japanese dubs and not outright changing its meaning. Did this person ever thought that changing a foreign language to suit their needs is, by their terms, I don't know, cultural appropriation? Heh. In conclusion, this person tried to get points across the internet, but the terrible delivery made it a terrible take all in all. In all fairness though, piracy is probably an issue that would live as long as humanity will exist, because pirates will always find loopholes to get what they want. It's like an hydra. Cut one, two will take its place. But luckily for us, there are some alternatives. Funny and Crunch can be an option if only they improve their services and listen to their customers. And they better do, because there are some channels on YouTube like Muse Asia and the soon-to-be Anime Log which will provide licensed anime on the site that hopefully could fill in the void that Kiss Anime has left. Well, anyways, that's my take on the dead topic. How about you? What do you think about this issue? Let me know in the comments below, and thanks for watching. Like or dislike, and if if you'd like to see more, have a sub on my channel. It helps a lot. To be honest with you, I'm practicing my social skills on this. Oh well. See ya!